his letters were coming in once a week. I could feel his fear. It was in his handwriting. He sat in a tent in the middle of the Saudi Arabian desert. Wrote for 7, 8, 9 hours a day. These brilliant letters of fear. This big Puerto Rican guy. Now what the fuck is he doing out there, huh? What the fucking else sense does that make? He's out there in the Saudi sand, writing letters to me about how he's gonna die from an Iraqi fucking missile. And he's got all his time on his hands to think about his own death. And there's nothing for him to do because of these restrictions on him. No women, no magazines, because the Saudis are afraid of the revolutionary effects of ads, of women's lingerie for the population. Ooh. Allah would have a cow. There's nothing he's even allowed to eat that remotely reminds him of home. Nothing but just a fucking time to sit and think about what it's going to be like to have some fucking towel head, as he calls them, run a bayonet clean through his guts. He's just sitting there in the tent, playing target practice with the fucking cameras, shooting at the wind. There's sand in all the food. Fucking sand in his dreaming. He and his buddies got a camel one day. They shaved that motherfucker clean. Completely shaved his ass. And then, on the side of the camel, they spray painted the name of their American company in big fucking American spray paint. And just sent it on its way. Scorpion fights in all the tents. And fucking all those scenes from Apocalypse Now in his head. Fucking Marlon Brando decapitating that one guy. And Martin Sheen right there. Little fucking mess. Dad. That's what fills my brother's daily dreams as he just sits out there in the desert, contemplating his own death. The Vietnam syndrome all those people are trying to eradicate. You know, his early letters were all about that. Chronicle. His way of just putting it all down, laying it all out for me. So I would know what his last days, and months, and seconds were like. So when he got off by an Iraqi missile, I would at least know what it's like to be in his soul. Even just for a little while. You know, he couldn't write to save his life at first. Yeah, no, he spelled everything completely and totally wrong. Enough. E-N-U-F. Thought. T-H-O-T. Any. E-N-Y. Well, at the time, man, he started to write beautifully. This angel started to come out of the desert. This singing angel of words. I mean, thoughts I never even knew he had. Confessions, ideas, you know, we started to make plans, man. We started to be in sync for the very first time since I stopped telling him I loved him. You know, I used to kick his fucking ass. And it wasn't hard or nothing. And that's not me bragging, bro. That's just me telling you a simple truth. You know, he's fucking always sick. He was always the first to cry. You know, he played drums in the parade back home. He couldn't even fucking play the instrument. He was just so fucking uncoordinated, fucking spastic. But they let him march in that parade anyway. Without drumsticks. No, I'm serious. He was the last guy in the parade, fucking out of step, begging make-believe drumsticks, fucking phantom rhythms on the snare drum, fucking air drums. Thousands of confused spectators. And then he got into the uniforms and the scouts, but yeah, I knew that bullshit was just a cover anyway. He didn't mean it. Though after he joined the army and was in boot camp, he took a particular delight in coming home and showing me the 50 new neat ways he learned how to kill a guy. One day, he forgot he weighed twice my weight, nearly snapped my spine like a fucking cucumber. And I thought in agony, where's my bro? Where's that little peckerhead I used to kick around? First one to cry when he saw something beautiful. First one to say, I love that. Or I love mom. Or I love you. You know, he never, ever got embarrassed by that. Even later, when I got too old to deal with my fucking little brother kissing me in front of other people, even later, he always ended every conversation with, I love you, bro. And I couldn't say I love you back. Because I was too hip to do that shit. But it got deeper in it. The war thing. You know, he wrote to tell me that I would never understand. That he's fighting for my right to say whatever I want, to fucking disagree. And you know what? I just love how they tell you on the news the temperature in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Like I fucking care. And a couple times, the son of a bitch called me Collect from Saudi. Yeah, I said Collect. Oh, and I told him if Saddam Hussein didn't kill him, I fucking would. But, you know, he told me about his troubles with his wife back home. He just got married a month before shipping out. He didn't really know her, and he was still wondering if she still loved him. My brother always loved ugly women. No, I'm serious. It was a thing with him. Like, low self-esteem or something. Like, he couldn't love himself, and he didn't understand a woman that would. So, he sought out the absolute losers of the planet. Yeah, I'm talking trucker whores with prison wreckers who like to tie them up and whip them, you know, stuff like that. I don't see any trouble contemplating my little brother being whipped by some trucker whore in leather. Love, man. He didn't know any other way. Then, he met a girl who on their first date confessed to him that she hated Spitz. So my brother marries her. Yeah, no, this racist. Looks my brother dead in the eye. Disrespects his whole race to his entire face. And my brother, he says, oh yes, I do. Oh my God. Okay. You know what? Someone got on the news last night to say that we shouldn't come too hard down on rich people. Because rich people are a minority too. And that's a form of racism. And I thought, they're afraid of class fucking warfare. And they should be. And on the news, it shows some little fucking kid putting flags up all over his dipshit town in California. And this little twerp story absorbed 20 minutes of the fucking news. This little blonde shit, smile full of teeth. And the protest got shit. And this fucking billboard went up in my town. So we Stalin, Hitler, Hussein. They said, we stopped them once before and we can stop them again. This billboard was put up by a fucking local newspaper. The music, the computer graphics, the fucking retired generals coming out becoming media stars, public hard-ons, and we gotta fight naked aggression. Like this asshole president's come to my fucking neighborhood if he wants to see some naked aggression. You know, I never thought the ideas in the head of some politician would mean the death of my brother. And absolutely killing my mother. I'm telling you that woman will not survive my brother's death, no matter how much she believes in God, how much praying she does. But I keep that from her. I ran back to say this, not going to be another Vietnam. You know, it's not going to be a whole country that spits on you when you come back. That we don't forget the ones we love and who fought for us. Then I just let her stop. And you know, I comb through the newspapers to try and fucking see what's going on over there, because he's not allowed to talk about troop size or location or movement, because like, yeah, no, I'm going to submit this information to the Iraqi Ministry of Defense. And you know what? I thought about the technology they got, the shit that was made in the United States that they have in Iraq. Shit that can literally penetrate through a tank's armor. Literally fucking travel through the guts of a tank. Immolating every human soul inside. Turning human Puerto Rican flesh into hot, screaming soup. The molecules of my brother's soul mixing with the metal molecules of that fucking iron coffin he loves so much. I couldn't sleep. My mother was suicidal. You know, why wasn't he writing? They're bombing the shit out of that motherfucking country, and you know what? I found myself ashamed. I think, bomb it more. Level it. Send it back to the fucking Stone Age. Make it so every single last elite Republican guard is dead. So my brother won't get killed. For the first time in my life, I want a lot of people I don't hate to die. Because I know just one of them. One could kill the man I love most in this fucked up world. If my brother is killed, I swear to fucking God, I will personally take a gun and blow the brains out of George Herbert Walker Bush, and I'm sick! I'm sick, man. I'm sick of rooting for the bombs. I'm sick of loving every day the air war continues. Sick of every airstrike, every sortie, and being happy another Iraqi tank got taken out and melted. Another fucking Iraqi bunker was bombed. Another bridge can't deliver ammunition, can't deliver that one fucking magic bullet that can literally incapacitate my brother. Send him back a vegetable, or dead in his soul, or blinded, or butchered in some fucking Iraqi concentration camp. That the Iraqi motherfucker that would torture him won't live now. Because our smart bombs had killed that towel-head motherfucker in his sleep. They actually got me wanting this war to be bloody. Last night, the ground war started. Tanks are rolling. Farm got empty now. I don't have thoughts. I don't have dreams. My mother's a shell. She's completely deserted herself and left behind this fucking blathering cadaver. This pathetic creature with rosary beads in her hands, looking up to Christ. This CNN, saying words like scud, strategic interests, collateral damage, fucking target-rich environments. Worse! A woman from a small town in Puerto Rico has no right to know. So you know what? I fight my demons. I think of the cause. Blood for oil. But I need my car, don't I? I need my car so I can fucking go to work and pay the rent and not end up a fucking homeless person. Don't I have the right to my own car and my gas? And what about freeing Democratic Kuwait?
man, fucking anything, I'll take it. Just tell me he's gonna be okay. Tell me my brother's gonna come home, he's gonna kill well, and he's gonna make it through this alive. That he's gonna come home, and he's gonna come home the same person he left. The spastic one who couldn't stop. The one who couldn't play the drums.